Hey, it's John.
There's John.
Welcome to the John Ward Show. Oh, no, I removed him.
Okay.
Nice.
There we go.
Now Heisenberg's gone. No.
We've lost one.
Where'd he go?
Here.
Good show, man. Good show. Guys, welcome to the Cryptic Paranormal Show. But tonight, I think let's call it the Dead Republic Paranormal Show. Because we're witness to an amazing documentary that they just released tonight right here on RU Media Network. Guys, amazing work. Thank you. It was amazing to watch. Congratulations. Now, where will people be able to see this after tonight?
Well,
When does this go live for everybody?
Well, I was planning on it tonight, but since we did the premiere,
Well, we have no idea what he's saying, but I think he's saying it's going to be on OnlyFans.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we got you, buddy.
Okay, it's going to be on YouTube. I was planning to load it up tonight, but when RU Media came to me and said, hey, we're going to premiere it, we want to premiere it here, I said, well, okay, I'm going to load it up on YouTube tomorrow. So hopefully by Sunday it'll be loaded up and you can start watching it on there.
Awesome.
Lot of love coming in for you guys right now.
Yes.
Tina even stayed up and watched it. We didn't think she was going to make it. She said she wasn't going to make it.
Thank you, Tina.
She made it.
Yes. Thank you, Dana. But yeah, like
your boy Tim Shune is loving you.
Yeah, Tim's awesome. Tim gave us a lot.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
I think we lost
Can you guys hear
John.
me?
Yeah, we can hear
I hear you fine. I hear you perfect.
Technical difficulties.
You can't hear us.
It's back now. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
First, I'm trying to do this on an iPad. I don't know.
What kind of operating budget does Dead Republic have? One of Paranormal's crisp.
You see,
I know.
I was
We have a
in the office on the iMac.
budget, okay?
I was in the office on my iMac watching the documentary, and my dog decided to crop dust the entire room. So for the last 30 minutes of the documentary, I'm sitting there basking in a stuffy room, hot with dog farts. So I had to switch rooms with that.
Nothing better than a dog fart room. Gotta love it.
Oh, there's about 10,000 things better than that.
I know.
But thanks for everyone for joining and watching the documentary. Obviously, it took a long time to get it together. We had a lot of situations arise after filming that kind of paused things a little bit and just had to regain focus. And I've told Marcus nonstop, and thank you for all of his hard work and continuing to push through to get this thing out there, because at the end of the day, Wilson Castle is a great place and it needs its story told. I mean, we can all attest to that.
Yes, we can. Wilson Castle is just probably one of the most beautiful locations I think I've been. I don't know about you, John, but it's incredible.
Oh, sure. Absolutely.
And
how'd you?
I think it's the same thing.
Yeah, I went up there 4 times in 4 months last year because there was so. I mean, I'm a lot closer than you guys. It's a hop, skip, and a jump up the road, but that place just sucks you in.
Now, I'd like to go back eventually someday.
Yeah,
it's definitely after watching that and just seeing your guys' return adventures there. Definitely on our bucket list, I think.
Yeah.
I'd love to get out there.
I think I was hooked as soon as John posted pictures of it.
Yeah.
Like the day after they went, I was hooked. I needed to go.
Well, can I just answer a question to David Wolliver? Because I just see his comment over there. Hey, what do you think, John?
Now, we get some situations figured out here on Hillary and I's end, but hopefully we can start filming here in the spring. I'm
we have a couple things in mind. Me and John has been throwing ideas around for the next location. We're planning. We have we've discussed 2 or 3 of them. So hopefully soon, Yeah. So we're getting there, and hopefully Warner can come along eventually again.
If I'm invited, I'll be there.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Those glasses.
I've had paparazzi all over me all night since this thing debuted. So trying to remain very low key this evening.
Is that possible?
Oh yeah, these are the MadCon glasses.
Yeah,
Yes. No, but seriously, like I'm glad everyone enjoyed the documentary. Me and John back and forth. I was sending him messages, hey, this is where I'm at. This is what's going on. Remember that? Like, I mean, every day showing him how far I was getting. There's Timmy.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
I'm trying to read on this little teeny tiny screen. Seriously.
Yeah.
Because you're on a cell phone.
Yeah.
Chris said her team's going out there in October.
Oh,
That's awesome.
it's
Just 3 of them. Just 3 of them.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
we had
This place is bigger than you think too. Like, I mean, you can't
yeah.
really tell from the videos or the photos, but it's like a 33,000 square foot mansion. It's massive. It's huge.
Wow.
Yeah.
Beautiful though.
yeah, and the thing is, make sure you watch out for the Halloween props because
Oh yeah.
people they have a room that's full of Halloween props, and they had that werewolf thing that I put in the hallway just to see if anyone would get scared by it. Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. Oh, and I had the camera on it too. Nothing.
Nice.
Matt is awesome. Seriously, again, that was awesome. And hey, Sean, I saw what your comment was. Thank you for it. Sean, I at the end of before everything turned off, he said I was hit out of the ballpark, and thank you, Sean, for that. I appreciate it very much.
I want to touch on this too, Marcus. I don't want to get on rambling. Obviously, this is their show. I do want to.
No, it's your show.
We
Your show.
don't have a show. No.
No, I do because with COVID and everything, I haven't seen Marcus honestly since probably after we filmed. Honestly, it's been a long time since I've actually gotten to see Marcus. But you did an awesome job, editing this documentary. Obviously, everybody watching, there's a clear difference between how Mike edited, which Mike is a great editor. Won't take anything away from him, and how Marcus edited. Mike goes for the more horror-y type vibe, and honestly, for Wilson Castle, I don't think it needed that, and I'm really happy with the way Marcus decided to edit this one, because it's not a negative haunting, but it will pull out all your emotions, and I think Marcus captured that. So
Yeah, I edit on how I feel, like when I'm looking at it, watching it, I feel it. That's why I think when you edit something, you have to feel the edit, and I think I brought that out in the emotions from John, myself, Hillary. I think I got all of that. And John did mention, like in his little snippet, that there's something very personal, and it hit all of us. And that's why it wasn't put in the documentary. It was a big time thing on all of us. And it was a very emotional, about a half hour out there outside of Wilson Castle.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I was emotional too on it. And I just it brings out everything in you, and Matt can attest to that too.
Yeah, I mean, the most eye-opening stuff that happened to me wasn't even on the doc.
Yeah, and that's gonna be going on.
Yeah, well, I won't talk about it because of that. You guys will have to pay for that footage. I think that's how you're doing it. What it is? Is that going to be on my Patreon? A Patreon?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah,
that's the only time I'm going to plug it tonight. I promise.
Is it though?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought you said it was on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
No, that's a separate chat. That's
okay. That's hilarious.
I can't see. Chris said I can't read what. There it is. So what?
She wanted to know if, when she's out there, what area do you guys suggest that they really focus on?
Honestly, is great. I mean, the bridal suite was super active, and then you guys, when you go in there, it's not really talked about much, but the music room was really active, and then the art gallery room, that whole area, it's like they're attached. The music,
the art gallery for me, where I had all my experiences, is where I would suggest.
Yeah.
And then also I had actually the whole friggin' place, but the third, the whole third floor is creepy as shit too.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tina. And I would say what you didn't see between the first
that's my girl.
When me and John were downstairs.
Yeah, real nice.
That's the last he's gonna say about it, but she's gonna plug it all the way through.
Yep.
Yeah.
When me and you, John, were downstairs, we were seeing stuff behind the cameraman, behind Tyler, the whole time, and we were chasing it. And then Matt, when I was with you downstairs, and you're in that back room back there with also, dude, we had some experiences going on there.
Oh yeah,
it's all filmed, but it didn't make the documentary because time constraints and when I wanted to get out. But you'll be able to see it later on.
Yeah, yeah, that was all the life changing shit that happened to me in that room. But But I mean, I had so many experiences just in those 2 nights alone. And then since I've been back, I've had similar experiences. So I know that it wasn't just a fluke, weird, getting acquainted to the house. She must be drunk or something. She's never this well behaved.
That's hilarious. For Courtney Peterson, where will she be able to see the doc?
Well, again, it's going to be on YouTube, and again, it's going to be replaying right here on the RU network, correct? So that's
we don't know.
It's going to be on that fundraiser thing this weekend. What's that all about? Do you know the website for that? The site?
Send that out because I need to tag them tonight and tomorrow morning before I go out. But it's going to be on there too. They messaged me out of the blue, and I was like, "Yeah, we're going to put it on there." And I messaged John. He's like, "Yeah, go for it." So I'll have to get that, and I'll have to post that real quick. So that'll be on tonight too. That should be airing tomorrow. So I have to get the time. So I'm like, man, I'm like getting messages left and right. And I'm like, okay, let's go for it.
Make sure you guys follow the Dead Republic Paranormal page, and you'll get all your answers right there.
You're welcome. Right here on the Facebook.
Yeah.
I have a couple pages you can follow too. They're in the comments.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks, Aaron.
Yeah, Courtney, I'll be putting it up on the RU Media for the YouTube page too, so you can follow that as well. We're going to be posting some stuff up there as well with more evidence that you didn't get to see. So it'll be everywhere. So you'll see it somewhere.
Can I put in a request?
Yes.
I would like all the B-roll, all of it, all of the outside shots, all of the rooms. I want all of it.
B-roll is a touch subject to me from this place. Like, I had bought this brand new gimbal, and it doesn't autofocus or anything like that. So a lot of my B-roll got jacked up and wasn't focused right, so we had to throw a lot of that out. But we had, like, when we pulled up to this place the first night, like, we left here, Ohio, at, like, what was it, Marcus, 4 or 5 in the afternoon the one day?
Morning, yeah.
And we got there at 4:30 in the morning, and when we pulled up, it was, like, super foggy, and the fog was just rolling down over the top of the castle and coming down the hill.
Yeah.
We got a B-roll shot of that, but Marcus lost it somewhere. So I don't know.
Somewhere. Everyone knows about losing footage. You're just like, where did it go?
I shot footage on my full spectrum GoPros 2 nights in a row, and the memory cards were corrupted at the end. They were both scrubbed clean. And that's only happened to me in one of the location. It was like Marcus, like I was like, here's my memory cards, do what you will. And they were empty. I was like, well, that's bullshit. Because I've been recording. I had like 8 hours on each one, but they were gone.
And we literally were like, I'm like, put it in your camera. He looked at it, it didn't pop up. I put it back in the camera or in the computer, didn't pop up. I put it in the camera, didn't pop up. I'm like, I have no idea. Those things it happens, and Goose, you've experienced it too, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. I had a whole camera lost for like a year.
Yeah.
And it just like pops up on top of a bag that I had checked for like almost
with that is
days
over at Shalersville.
Yeah.
And I had put
I was calling everybody. I thought I left it there. I'm calling the Historical Society. It's like a $400 camera. So I'm like, yeah, I want to make sure I got it back. I thought I lost it. I was calling Marcus, everybody that was with me. Hey, do you guys, by chance mistakenly take my camera?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's not what he was saying. He's like, Marcus stole my fucking camera.
Yeah, I was like, give me my fucking camera, dude. I'd given it up, and then all of a sudden I'm going through the garage, and there it is, sitting right on top of a bag that I had checked like I don't know how many times.
I'm gonna be like, I got your camera. I've been using it. Here you go.
Yeah, right.
Not look at the memory card.
Back to him. Why is the LCD all smashed? Oh, I have no idea.
Speaking about switching cameras, Marcus got annihilated by a pigeon on his drone.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, so you see, there's some shots that I get from the outside that are far shots. Well, I'm way out there, and I see this bird come underneath and smack it. I'm like, oh no. And then it flies off somewhere. It loses its telemetry. And I'm like, oh, this is done. I lost all my footage, right? 5 minutes later, I'm like, oh, it's coming back. We take it down, and the camera on it is busted. We tried to zip tie it back together. Remember?
Oh, shit.
It still works, but the footage is good. It looks horrible. I'm like, use it. It
sounds like the land was fighting against you guys, getting B-roll outside.
Yeah,
Apparently, Wilson Castle doesn't want to be seen.
Yeah. I still have it. You would see the zip ties on it, and you'd laugh. Seriously,
It was pretty good. It was pretty ghetto, but we made it work.
yeah. But you look at the footage; it's kind of like not still. It's really bad. We tried though. We tried. So yeah.
Well, that's the thing about filming these documentaries. You're always going to run into audio, video issues.
Oh yeah.
Always going to be issues that pop up, and you just have to find ways around it.
So I'm going to tell you guys.
Can't wait. Can't wait.
The mouth breather, as I like to put it, I'm able to get a lot of it down, and some of it cleared, but some of it you could not do that because of what was going on. And I was like,
there had to have been at least, and I'm not exaggerating, at least 30 or 40 times that either Matt or I had looked back and I'm like, Tyler, is that you breathing? Yeah. Like literally a lot.
I was explaining to him before you guys get on that it only happened when the camera was rolling.
Yes, that's it.
Maybe it was a nervous thing,
That's what he said, but yeah, it's just it's hard when you're filming a documentary and all you hear is.
So I'm like, oh God, and I have to do this and I have to edit it. I'm gonna kill him.
Dead Republic, the Darth Vader story.
I know, right? Dude, I got that as clear as I could, and I mean, I brought so much level down on it, and there are parts where like he'll be making it sound, but there's something going on, and I'm like, what do I do? So I did the best I could with it, and I mean, I made it sound 100 times better than it was. So, oh, dude, it was a pain in the ass to do, not only edit, but then go back and do the audio and try to get that to somewhat good level.
Right.
Does Dead Republic have future documentaries? Hey, John, I would say we're going to be going to a new format, probably.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple things on that are going on in Hillary and I's life that we got to get figured out prior to committing to do. But yeah, we're still going to be filming. We're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
It's going to be a matter of making the time to go do it.
I'll answer the other half of that question, Tim. I'm going to be guesting with some other group this year on a doc, hopefully fairly soon, unless my invitation's been revoked. And if that case, but that should be happening soon, and that should be out by the end of the year as well. So I'll be around.
Oh yeah, well, we will definitely be around, Tim. We ain't going anywhere. We're just we got some things to work out, some logistics to work out, and we're definitely going to be doing, if not 1 or 2 documentaries a year, we might go a different format, but we're definitely going to be sticking around for sure. We ain't going anywhere. We just have some things to work through, and John can contest, and so can I. Especially with what's going around right now with COVID, we have to kind of look at that too and kind of see what happens here. It's just going to be a crazy year. We all know that.
Right.
Yeah.
Just cheers.
I think it's funny. Everybody thought once 2021 rolled around, everything was just going to automatically become 100% perfect again.
Like at midnight. It's
just like, oh, bam, COVID's gone.
Right.
World peace is among us. No, we just left off, or we picked up where we left off. But I mean, it's going to get better, and we're all going to get back out there. I have full faith in that.
Oh yeah.
We all got big projects we want to get back out there and work on, or just to get back investigating would be nice. I mean, honestly. And I think a lot of this crap going around with everybody's attitudes, I think it's just cabin fever. We need to get the fuck out of our house.
Yeah.
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 When you keep going, you kind of are like, dude, it's just chill out. We'll get there. We'll be back. We'll be good again.
Yeah.
It's hard though, because there's, it's almost a year now, and there's no end date. There's no like, oh, well, it'll be better by this time. So everybody's just very frustrated, and
That's why you just got to go out and live your life, but safely.
I know.
Right. No.
Like I don't understand the people that have been holed up in their house for 11 months. It's like, dude, how have you not killed everybody? Like,
right.
Yeah,
I wear a mask. I go out. I wash my hands like I was taught by my mom as a child. I still do that. I never lost that. So I'm just living my life and being cautious. But I'm not going to hide from an invisible disease that likely won't do a damn thing to me anyways. Virus, whatever you want to call the shit. I had one of the best years I've ever had in my life last year, if not the best year. Everyone else miserable. I'm out there living my best life and meeting a bunch of great people for the first time, investigating all these places, and I did it during a global pandemic. So
Yeah.
life is what you make of it. It's not gonna live itself for you. You have to go out and chase it. And if you do it responsibly, who gives a shit?
I think that's what separates some people. They just, hey, go do it. Don't be afraid, And like this year, and what I did, I had put a post up about that I might need people for some help. I'm gonna tell you, John knows about this. I'm looking at locations to purchase. By the way, so hopefully that will come this year, and then I can have everyone out there and be like, hey, get your butts over here.
Our buddy Matt Fuel from Gateway Paranormal had a question for you guys.
Yeah.
That technical production guy question. What camera do you use for B-roll?
Well, we have a couple of them. Actually, I have it right here.
I got a Galaxy S10 Plus.
I have
what everything I do comes off of. It's straight money.
Mike.
And it looks good.
All we need.
I have the Nikon D3200. That's what I use. It's a bit older, but man, you get some good shots with this one. What do you have, John? Which one?
I've got another Nikon D5600 DSLR.
Yeah.
I know mirrorless cameras seem to be the route to go. Just haven't had the money to get one of those right now, so we're working with what we have. We know there's a lot of room for improvement on the cinematography B-roll aspect, but you work with what you got and try to make the best of it. So. And
then we also use the Sony and the Panasonic. And of course, we use the drone. And by the way, John, I'm getting a Mav Mini. By the way,
nice. Don't fly over any trains, though. That's not allowed.
Yeah, that's coming within the next few months. That'll be here, and so I get a replacement for my, drone that I decided to hit a bird with. Let's see.
Yeah, like Matt, I'm going to be shooting a full documentary with my S20.
Dude,
you know it's good because it's got a Death Star on it, so it's got to be.
I'm
getting
extra good. Do it. Actually, feel for that, Goose. Film a whole documentary or like something with just your phone or phone, and go and just do it. I don't think anyone really does that with their phone.
The iPhone makes that commercial. The whole thing is shot on an iPhone. It looks like a cinematographic masterpiece.
It does.
I'm not an Apple person, so screw those things, but still.
Right. I actually just bought like a $200 gimbal that does a lot of effects and stuff with it. It's made by DJI of the Osmo Mobile 4. And it does some amazing stuff. I was driving my wife crazy with it. She was walking around working in the kitchen. I'm doing like time lapses of her as she's working in the kitchen. Like moving time lapse at scopes across. I mean, it does amazing shit.
Hey, by the way, Steve, I am getting the 2. I'm not gonna get the 1. I'm getting the 2 because so much better. And I saw I put it on there, so I'm like, I might as well answer. So the 2 is what we're planning on to get. I'm trying to read the comments in my little corner over here while I'm talking.
That's the right answer, Aaron.
Yeah. Okay, there it goes. Okay, I see it. I'm like, what is it saying? I'm like, oh yeah, there it goes. No, but seriously, like being with Matt and meeting him was one of like the coolest experiences I think I have ever had with somebody.
Dude, you gotta calm that down.
He's hilarious.
Erin's gonna get pissed off first of all because she's gonna have to deal with my ego after this show.
I wish we would have had
No, I appreciate that, dude. Like you guys, you invited me out. You welcomed me with open arms. We didn't know each other except besides behind the screens, and we had a blast. And we all vibed really, really well, and it was fun. I had some experiences that opened my eyes completely and changed the way I looked at a lot of things. And I owe that to you guys having me out. So, it was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah. Will that be on the extra stuff that you guys do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. There was a lot of evidence that actually Marcus cut out, and I think Marcus just did that to make it flow and have a storyline going. All the extras, like Matt had like some crazy, empath, reactions and was seeing things, and same thing for me at a separate time when I was doing EVPs with Marcus, and we had EVPs confirming it, and that'll all be extra stuff that'll be added.
And here's the crazy thing: when you watch the Estes method stuff, some of it's correlating with each other. It is so weird. Like
I think some of that got cut out too, if I'm not mistaken. Right?
A lot of my Estes method was dark. Like dark. Like
there.
Are you gonna put that in there, or can I bust it out for the people watching?
You go ahead.
So the during the documentary when Hillary was doing the rods the first time up in that children's room, and the little girl said she wanted me to have that bed. So I slept up there at night. I didn't sleep very well. I don't sleep well in haunted houses. I'm a normal human being that doesn't enjoy it. But I do these things for you guys and for furthering research. But I slept up in that room. Yeah, I'm in my sleeping bag like Dracula with my phone in my face, just like I'll fall asleep and let it hit me in the mouth before I turn this light off. And that's what I did. Went to sleep. I think I was actually texting Aaron. Now, mind you, it was 95 degrees and about 200% humidity in this house.
Yeah.
It was the beginning of July. It was the hottest. It was so, like when I said it was hot as ball sack, I was not an exaggeration. It was worse. Like that's tolerable. As a man, we all know that's tolerable.
Yeah.
This was like hell on earth. But I can't sleep without being covered up. So I'm in my sleeping bag dying. And as demons get your feet if you don't have blankets on you.
Right.
So,
Right.
I slept okay. Fast forward to the next night, we're doing the Estes method, and we start getting things that all piece together. That wasn't a child spirit. That was a trickster type spirit. And then I was going to get raped if I slept up in that room again. So I was like, first off, I'm never going upstairs again. I went out and talked to my friend Kenna. I messaged her because I was bugging out. I was like, listen, this is what's going on. She said, I woke up in the middle of the night last night and was told that I needed to put a protection spell on you. So I believe that her doing that the night before when I was potentially in this weird room saved me from, I don't know, getting succubus, incubus, whatever was in there.
Yeah.
I mean, again, an experience I would have accepted for the greater good of the community. But I don't need that.
Right.
So
Right.
it was eerie. It scared the hell out of me to the point where I slept on the hardwood floor in the dining room with a crusty couch pillow because I wouldn't go upstairs to get another pillow.
Why would you? I wouldn't.
I've since slept back up there because I'm like, this is my house now. But I haven't.
Go give me my pillow.
The real story is he wanted to get away from Marcus's snoring. That's why I went back.
Well, that was what I traded off. The kid, he was like 40 feet away from me, and all I heard was him snoring.
I'm sorry.
It was so loud. I was like, should I just listen to music or something and pretend Marcus isn't here? But
I am sorry. It's everyone knows I snore, and it's terrible.
that's all right. That night, I got 2.5 whole hours of sleep.
Nice.
Hey,
That's a good
I'll
night.
tell you the added benefit of not getting sleep there, though. If you go out on, they have this giant, huge veranda with like these things and stuff that you can go sit on, and you watch the sunset or sunrise come up over the mountains. It is it's beautiful.
Oh yeah. Hey, like John said, Monroe House. I'm up at like 2 hours. They're still sleeping. I'm like, these fuckers are still sleeping, you know. And I'm like, I'm awake. Let's go.
No, you're just a creep. He took a selfie of him smiling while we're down there sleeping in the Monroe House. Wake up and just see this picture on Facebook.
I got abandoned in the Monroe House. Stupid place.
Yeah, that's right. You said that last time.
Oh my god, I'd be so pissed.
But the Monroe House, oh man, I had a dream about it the other night. That was a weird thing. And then all of a sudden, I'm going through YouTube, and there pops up Living Dead Paranormal from, the Monroe House. I'm like, that's just weird.
Yeah.
John, I'm like, this is weird, and I'm like, yeah, never again. And they actually took, that crawl space, dude, that they have that they covered up. They took it now, dude. You can actually go back there.
Scott was laying in there when we went.
Yeah. I'm like,
fucking grimy.
I'm like, how did they do that? I'm like, okay, that's weird, and I'm like, John's like, we're never going back.
I'd go back in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Someday.
Brian Baum said he'd sleep through anything. Yeah, I'm with you, man. Yep.
Same.
You would not sleep through Marcus snoring. I can promise you.
Probably not.
I would not sleep at all. I would be up all night.
Either one would
Just
wake
like,
up.
No, Heisenberg, you just got to turn on music before you go to sleep, and then it's fine.
nope.
Then you can't
Like
hear the
Pat said,
knocking.
yeah, sleeping in a haunted house. Not fun.
No.
The only cool place down there was that lobbyway. Seriously, that's the only cool place that night.
Yeah.
And that's where I think most of us slept. Was downstairs.
Even down
That
there.
first night, everyone slept downstairs except me. John was supposed to man up and sleep in the bride's room, and then he wasn't. I'm sleeping up in rape room number 3. And
yeah, he's accurate. I pussed out and I left that room after 5 minutes. But the bridal suite's one of the most active rooms in this place, and I'm laying on the original bed from this place. It's creepy, right? And they have this dress on a mannequin in there, and you know how your eyes can play tricks on you in the middle of the night. To me, my eyes were telling me that this dress was moving across the room, and I'm like, I can't do this.
He's like,
Yeah.
no, I'm just turning that on, so maybe I better. No, he's
Speaking of dresses, are you allowed to tell us about the dress in the closet, Matt? You said you know the story behind it.
Well, from when we were there, we were told that the story. I don't remember the whole. I'm going to butcher the shit out of the story. But we were told that there was some sort of an attachment with the dress and that people weren't allowed to touch the dress. And that's why they had it cordoned off. And actually, the last time I went, they had it protected in a different manner to really keep people away from it.
Yeah.
You guys probably remember better than I do. I don't really pay attention to stuff.
So it was not original to the building or anything? Somebody brought it in?
No, I don't know if it was original or not, but they do have a picture, a really compelling picture up, and it's from the bridal suite of a woman wearing a dress that looks just like that one.
Yeah.
Really, really clear picture, creepy picture. So if you guys ever go there and you go in the bridal suite, they have a picture just sitting on the dresser there that you can actually go look at, and it's pretty remarkable. I mean, it's scary. That dress is scary too. Like I get the nun vibes off of it.
Oh no, dude! And when you look at that, dude, you could just see like creepy. And I mean, I think we're all a little creeped out by it because we kind of, after you see that picture, you head. It's just, it's like, is this thing gonna like start moving? Like,
right.
You're just waiting for it. Oh, thank God it didn't. And when I was up by with you stood there for probably 3 or 4 minutes, just staring at the thing, like almost waiting for it to like do something.
Yeah.
Like, watch the video. I'm like, holy crap, he's waiting. Let's see if it does something. Dude, I mean, sure.
It's amazing how some of that stuff, like just a piece of clothing, could set you off emotionally.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it gets in your head.
Yeah.
Stories.
I mean, yeah. When I was doing one of the first times I was investigating the House of Wills, there was a room of just a junk. One of his friends had closed down some kind of. It was like what's the word I'm looking for? They sold a bunch of old stuff, like old clothes. It was like a vintage store. But I walked in that room, man. I got so like dizzy and like there was so much crazy energy coming off some of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like just all the clothes and stuff. Some of the dishes. I mean, just the objects just absorb that shit. And it's just like at Madison Seminary, all that stuff. I mean, I think Madison Seminary definitely the level of activity amped up tremendously when Adam started bringing all that furniture in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Madison is already like active as it is, but you bring all that stuff in and you have the attachments there to it. Oh, I love Madison. We all love Madison.
That's all right.
I've never been there.
No, really.
I heard it wasn't haunted.
Familiar. I've never seen you there ever.
Just did my first real investigation there last weekend. Because I didn't get to it at MadCon. We hit the road before we get to do that, so it was. That place is awesome.
I saw that. I did some live stuff. I didn't get to watch it, but how'd it go?
Sarah's room freaked me out, man. I had some experiences in Sarah's room that I couldn't grasp, and we had the EDI confirming cold spots swirling around me. Like I had a concentrated ball of cold like between my legs. Steve would have put his hand there anyways, but I said, can you guys feel this cold? And the closer they got to my hand, the colder it got. So that it's the opposite of physics. So it was measurable, and then it started to swirl around me in the chair, and Steve held the EDI and it would light up every time it went around. It was fascinating, and we had the paranormal music box rolling, and I went and shut the door it was near, and then it stopped, and then the REM pod in the hall started going off right afterwards, as if it was like, F you, I'm going out here.
Right.
So it was definitely active. And then I'm the last one out the door. We're going down the hall. I'm taking my sweet ass time recording, and I felt something rushing out of that room and like kind of rushing me down. I did run. I don't give a shit. I ran.
Yeah.
I jogged lightly. I didn't run. I don't run.
Everybody talks about Sarah's room, but you know what? That hallway is so much more fucked up than Sarah's room.
Oh, yeah.
I feel so much safer in Sarah's room than walking to Sarah's room.
Yeah, and they were like, they looked up and like, what's the matter? I was like, I'm just being chased. Let's just get the hell out of here. Right. I'm good. It was 37 degrees in the building too, so there was that.
Yeah.
freaking freezing out there in Ohio. What the hell?
Oh yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
have to
yeah,
send you
by the
the
way.
pictures. I have pictures of the interior walls at Madison frozen. There's ice on the interior walls in Sarah's room.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's good times.
Dude. Hey, John, let's go to Madison. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's investigate it. Too cold.
Like, yeah, been there. No, I mean, yeah, Sarah's room. It's what Denise said about the hallway. Every time I'm in Sarah's room, I hear something out in the hallway or something walking around, moving in the room across from Sarah's room on the other side.
And then
So I
it's
go over
creepy
Yeah.
because you'll hear like you'll get an EVP or whatever your device you're using, and it'll say he's coming, and you're like, "Fuck!"
Yeah, I don't want him here.
Right? Tell him not to. Tell him to go away.
I always hear stuff around the corner, like down that way.
Yeah.
Like they're trying to get me to go down there, and I'm like, I do, but
You're like, no,
misdirection, man.
like not today, sir.
Right.
No, not today. No, but Madison's a good one. So is a FCI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fairfield County. Yeah.
Yep.
That one is amazing. Hey, Matt, how'd that go?
There was a lot of people there that night, so it was hard to narrow things down. But we did up in the attic, the chicken coop area. We had some pretty damn good experiences going on with all of us.
Yeah.
We were all hearing things, all audibly, and we had a lot of different geo boxes and all that shit going. I can't hear those things. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not good with that. But my static dome was doing its thing. There was.
I love those.
Oh, they're like my favorite. They're hard to debunk.
Hey, Valerie.
Yeah.
But yeah, the attic was interesting. And when I was doing my solo walk around, the funeral parlor felt really different and heavy. That's another one I can't wait to go back. Again, that was 40 degrees that night, and I was freezing cold.
Oh yeah,
Right, we gotta go.
That's the thing about Ohio. You don't get comfortable investigation weather. It's either 95,
Yeah,
100
yeah, it
degrees,
doesn't matter.
or it's 20 degrees.
Yeah.
Because we go into these buildings with no climate control whatsoever.
Listen,
So it's always
guys
the
need to get
exact. It's like
get a
What?
heated vest. I'm telling you, it's a game changer. It's amazing.
I'm getting one.
I'm honestly a warm body, so the cold doesn't bother me. I can throw a hoodie on and be fine in 10-degree weather. That doesn't bother me.
No.
I like to layer.
On.
I layer so I could take a layer off if I get too hot, put it back on. You know?
Matt's like, I got 2 hoodies today. I'm like, oh, good.
That's it. I go for 2 hoodies. That's how I went. I dress up. Like New England, I work indoors in climate control. I don't play with the outdoors ever.
Yeah.
I don't like it. Like, so winter comes around, like this sucks. And I was like, man,
like Ohio. What the hell, man?
It's like, weren't you outside flipping a giant tire and like a cut off T-shirt in the snow?
yeah. That's a workout. That's different.
You're outside in the cold though.
Well, I live in New England, man. It's negative 13 one day and 112 the next. I get it.
Hey,
God.
that's when I see that stuff. I'm like, man, I need to do that. Matt runs in -10.
He does.
Yeah, I'm reading all these now.
Why is everybody talking about me? I'm just trying to be chill tonight.
We could tell by your outfit that you're trying to be chill tonight.
I just want to blend into the wall. I'm just trying to.
No, dude, I seriously. The one thing is, I thought that dress was gonna scare somebody. Seriously, that was at Wilson Castle. That little dress. I thought somebody was gonna freak out over that.
The one hanging in the closet or the one on the mannequin?
I thought that was gonna be a person there.
Either or.
Yeah.
All the dresses in there.
Yeah.
Like
That one hanging in the closet. That's why I wanted to ask you about it, because even just watching, I was like, what the fuck is that? Like, that's not right.
It draws you in for sure.
Yeah.
Like, obviously you guys can see it because of the infrared, but like, obviously once your eyes adjust to the dark, you just see silhouettes of things, and like that's all you would see in that closet. It's the silhouette of this dress, and it's creepy.
No.
Yeah, it's creepy. It is. No, and it's funny because when you walk in there, like he said, when it's complete pitch black, they had things that you'd be like, is there somebody moving? And you think it was, the shadow person. You'd still look, you'd be staring down the hall and nothing's moving. You're like, okay, well, that's one of the props.
And I got to give credit where credit's due. Like, we didn't know about Wilson Castle till Steve Bratt told us about it. And
Stop talking about that guy. Jesus.
no, I got to give credit to Steve. Steve gets a lot of shit, but
For once, he's gonna get credit.
he he made us aware of this place, and nobody had really done, a documentary or film there other than a couple, YouTubers right before we went and filmed. But like, that place needs to be, investigated. It needs a story to be told, and it was a really, really cool place. And Steve told us about how there's a lot of shadow figures, and that was fact. Like, we saw so many different shadow figures in that place. I did try an experiment that failed on trying to capture the shadow. But,
got a cat.
We caught a cat. We did.
Yeah, we got a cat. No, we did
a real cat
experiment that we put up, what you don't see in the like the third floor, the attic area, and you see a cat. I'm like watching him, like, we got a cat. A cat of all things. Seriously.
So Marcus wakes me up early in the morning. He's like, dude, you got to see what we caught on your experiment. And I'm like, oh shit, we finally, we got something. Fucking cat. I'm like, Marcus.
You woke him up for that?
Yeah.
Guys, my computer's gonna kick me off here in a few minutes because it's gonna restart. So I'll be back on, but I didn't expect to be on. I set it for Saturday at like 12:22.
All right, dude.
So it might kick me off here a little bit.
All right. No worries.
But dude, that was like, yeah, we got a cat. He's like, dude, really? You brought me up to show me that? I was like, we caught something.
Yeah.
That's what we were expecting. I mean, I watched that thing, like the whole 4 hours this thing ran. It captured like 20 seconds. Seriously.
Yeah.
Freaking cat. I don't mind sharing this experiment idea because honestly, if someone captures something on it, great. I think it's a really cool experiment. So, obviously people go around with these night vision camera or IR or full spectrum cameras or whatever, and they just take these stills. And, my concept is, go to where the hot spots are for the shadow figures and run, time lapse. So time lapse is basically, camera just taking pictures real fast over and over and over and over. So my thought process is, if it's taking a bunch of pictures and it captures a shadow figure in one frame and it's not there the next, maybe we got something there. So that was my line of thinking. It hasn't worked yet, but I'm hoping one day that it does.
Yeah, you did it for about a second or two apart, so that way make sure no one's up there at the time.
Right.
And we tried it at Fairfield too.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
And we didn't
why not?
Either. It's like,
we're not gonna get new evidence using the same methods all the time. So why not?
What I think I want to try is do the with the night vision camera and another night vision, do the time lapse while another camera is running at the same time. Then you can compare. That's the next step. I think no one will. And I just gave everything away. Sorry.
Now everybody's going to do it.
I know.
That's what we're here for. We're here to, help further the field. And,
right.
I mean, I'm more or less in it for personal experiences. A lot of what we do is typically more, divination, more spiritual. Mm-hmm. And we did a lot of spiritual experiments that didn't make the documentary. Mike and I did a table tipping experiment that didn't work and, a couple other things, but that's just kind of how we go.
Yeah, and I mean, if it would have worked, that would have been amazing to see that thing. Seriously, I would have been like, okay.
I've heard so much about that
table
tipping. I want to try it.
You have to get the right table to do it.
We didn't have the right table. So
the
weird part about it was, we could feel like the gyrating energy in our hands and stuff, but the table wasn't moving. It was really strange. But I think because we were using a table that had 4 legs instead of 3, I think that's why it wasn't wobbling or doing anything like that. So.
Now, like with our first documentary, we did the Ouija board. Me and John did the Ouija board, and it was, you could start in the table, you could feel that energy start to rise up in that energy. And if it would have been that way, I'm always seeing what they wrote. Okay, yeah, always keep an open mind. Like that's what Emma said. Always keep an open mind. Like try anything. I mean, anything could get a result. Like a place like.
Oh, goose.
I know. Fucking demon in the laundry room.
And it's like totally cuts Marcus off. I don't know why it's just him, but he's like talking, and then it's like,
no one wants to hear me talk. It's
like it's because you called us from your BlackBerry. That's why.
BlackBerry.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm gonna tell you. One of the EVPs that we caught, it still makes me laugh to this day, is the woman screaming when you made the joke about if you would have been in the way, we could have seen it.
Yeah.
Caught me off guard the first time. I wasn't expecting to hear this woman screaming at you. Seriously. That's Matt for you.
There was a lot of EVPs in that, man.
I know. And there's more that we haven't heard from, of course, from me and John and from people being separated. I'm gonna tell you one thing though. There is a camera for almost 2 hours, had no audio. So I don't know where it went. It's completely gone. Like there's video there, just no audio attached to it.
That's
and I'm
crazy.
Like, I'm like, oh well, hey, I don't have to watch 2.5 hours of nothing now. I guess it brings my watch time down, you know. And I was like,
probably just all my greatest hits, no big deal.
Hey, well, no audio. Here's Matt talking. No audio.
Right.
I feel like you guys had so much like equipment failure.
Yeah, we did, especially in the beginning. Like nothing wanted to work.
Yeah.
Matt's camera was just like, he's like, dude, I just put a battery in here. It was just charged. Trouble.
I recorded the whole time with both of those cameras, and you guys know, you use those GoPros and the knockoffs. They won't record unless the memory card's working.
Yeah.
Like it'll tell you failed memory card, but it recorded the whole damn time, and then Marcus went to use them, and they were empty.
Then we had the back GoPro go. We had ours that were like, hey, I don't know what's going on, and then it finally worked. I mean, we probably had a good, what would you say, John, a good 30 minutes at the beginning where nothing wanted to do anything.
Oh, more than that. I mean, honestly, the first day we were there, the building was testing us. Like, I mean, you guys saw us with our little huddle outside. Like, there was times where all of us got angry with each other at some point in time or another. Even Matt got frustrated. I don't remember who he got frustrated with. It was either Marcus or Tyler or Mike. I don't remember, one of those three. But
that happened when you guys were all up in the bride's room, and I was downstairs after I'd had the psychic experience. You guys were going up, and I wasn't ready to go back in yet.
Yeah.
And then I went back upstairs, and you guys were in that room. I didn't want to bother you, so I was sitting on the couch in front of the pool table where the dude killed himself, or died, I should say. I didn't just start that rumor. He died there. He didn't kill himself.
No, yeah.
Somebody's like, this asshole's lying. I was a misstep. I misspoke. But I started to become affected. I was really like irritable and down. And at the time, we were kind of wondering if there was this oppressive spirit in the house, this female oppressive spirit, and if whether there was or not, something affected me to that manner. And those guys got locked in that room. They were trying to get out of it, and I heard them. Now the lock's on the inside where they are, but the door wouldn't open. So I go over. By the time I get over there, they open it. They're like, "Oh, did you do this?" I said, "No. Like I just heard you coming over here." And then we were going downstairs, and I specifically remember asking Mike, because Mike was using one of my cameras made by this ghetto company that I won't name, but don't buy from them. I had his camera out, and Mike had been using it. And I said, "Now I didn't know I was saying it this way, but I was like combative, asking. I was like, do you have my camera?" He's like, "Oh yeah, I think it's left over there or whatever." And in my head, I'm like, "Oh yeah, cool, I'll go get it." But I guess I was really coarse with him and very rude, and I had no reason to be. I just met these people. I didn't know anything about them, and that's not who I am as a person.
Right.
But I was in my mindset. I'm like, oh, I don't lose my camera. This is my shit. But I guess I was really projecting much more anger and like aggression. And I heard Mike say to them, like, "We got to get Matt outside." And he's like, "Oh, let's go outside." And I remember being outside. He's like, "You all right?" I was like, "No, I'm not all right. Like, I just don't fucking be around you guys. No, I'm not all right." And the pacing around, and it took a little while, but there is something there that did affect me that night because I was psychically drained of everything. I had no shields up, no guards up. I was just wide open, and I went back in too soon and interacted with something that wanted to mess with me. So that was that didn't make the documentary.
Yeah.
Do you think that it is? Do you think that it's something like that's purposely trying to hurt you, or do you think that it's just something that is that way and you're picking up their emotions?
I think I was picking up the emotions, and I wasn't ready for it because prior to Wilson, I've been told for years that I'm a psychic and all this stuff, and honestly, I didn't used to believe it. I was like, "You're full of crap," or whatever. And I've always been I know I'm an empath. I believe in that because I can walk into a room and feel energy, and I'm like a human barometer. I get that. I've accepted that weirdness. But as I had some light work and all this stuff done, Reiki and all these things, I was told like that's going to get stronger as you investigate more. So whatever. So at Wilson, I had my first full-blown psychic experience where I went from feeling energy. I saw energy. I saw it in orb form, and then I saw a little boy's hand in my own hand.
Oh my
and
God.
like that's like that meme that John C. Reilly like
Yeah.
That's what's happening. I was like, what the Christ just happened? I didn't even know. And I went outside and everything had changed for me at that point. So that's when I had the drain. And then I went back in too soon and it attached itself to me. And I'm an attachment magnet too. I get those all the time. I've gotten much better about it because I protect myself more, but I'm not the most smart when it comes to investigating. I walk in and say, hey, use my energy. I don't need it. And I'm working on it. I don't have any, negative attachments any longer that I know of. So, but I'm always learning. We're all always learning. And if you're not, then move on, do something else, figure it out. But
I'm getting no pumps now. Seriously. Damn it, man. Damn. Seriously.
So did you have any other interactions with the little boy? Am I like ruining like all of your extra stuff? I'm sorry. I have so many questions.
I don't know, Marcus. Is it all right?
Yeah, go ahead.
You should see the contract this guy made me sign. I'm worried for my life.
This contract is
Fun fact is, I'm actually the only one that didn't sign one, and I never said a peep, guys. I want you to know that. I kept my word. I never signed shit. No, so the experience that I had, I was sitting in the art room. Now, the art room is this strange room. It's the ceiling's 25 feet high, and the ceiling is a glass dome. Not glass dome, like a glass pyramid, and it's beautiful. That's all this natural light in. I was drawn to that room the minute I walked in the house. The whole time I was there, and we were in there. Pardon the vibrations. We were in there, and I could sense the energy around me, and I believe it was Hillary and John were in the room with me. Marcus and Mike were out in like the music room area, which is off the hall, like not far from there, like being loud. Being loud. They weren't pissing me off, but you were pissing me off. Is he gone? He's gone. Yeah. He's gone. He was pissing me off so much. But I was sitting on the end of the couch with my arm here, and I could feel like an energy. And I was watching, and about 3 feet off to my right, I saw a gray soccer ball size orb with my eyes.
Wow. And
I was like, holy shit. Like I said to Hillary, because she was sitting on the couch across, I said, did you see that? And she's like, what? And I said, there's an orb, like a huge orb. And then as soon as I saw it, I instantly felt that it was the spirit of a child. And I can't explain why, and I don't need to. It is what it is. But then I soon felt like it was a little boy, and I could feel his apprehension. So I put my arm over the couch like this, and I just sat there, and I said, I'm going to protect you. We're good people. We just want to tell your story. You're safe with us. You can hang out with me while I'm here. And I felt that hand take my hand. It was like a rush of electricity. I have a child, so I know what a child's hand in mine feels like. And it was a rush. And I was like, oh my God. Like, I was like, can anyone see this? And of course no one could see it. But as I'm looking at my hand, I can see the energy in it. Like it's swirling. It's like a smoke, kind of like if you held like a block of dry ice, it would just billow out. That's what it looked like to me. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I'm having some Rain Man shit. I don't know what's happening. So we're asking the thing question. We're asking the spirit. All right. Oh, that's much better. That's so much better. You just won your good graces. I got 2 of those. So we're sitting there, and my hand starts to hurt. It starts to like burn. At this point in time, Marcus and Mike are being loud in the other room, and I could tell that he's scared. It's like a scared sensation in my hand. So I yell at these guys, "You got to shut up!" He's pissing them off. They left. The sensation went away. We went back to our session. I'm sitting there. I'm so drained. It's almost like I'm ready to fall asleep. This spirit's taking all my energy. So I said, I gotta come back to you. I'll let you go for right now. I will be back. I felt the hand leave mine. Went outside, had my little bug out session. Then we had the other experience, and then I wanted to go back in later and further that. So I went back later, put my arm out. I said, hey, I'm back. If you want to come and chat with me. Doesn't take but 30 seconds. I get that same sensation, but now I'm seeing it's a reddish clay-colored smoke. It's more visible to me, the energy in my hand. And I'm holding my hands like this, like Raiden or some shit from Mortal Kombat, ready. And it's there. Yeah, it's like, holy shit. And I'm asking questions, and I did one of these because it took everything out of me. I said, listen, I gotta go. You've taken all my energy. As I took this hand away, I saw his hand in mine, and I saw about this much of his arm going down.
Wow.
And I was like, because you don't think you just saw it, but you know you just saw it.
Right.
Yeah.
And that was bonkers. And
I'm not gonna lie, I would have been out.
it was a lot. It was a lot for me to process because, like I said, none of this had ever happened to me prior. So I had these things happen, and then that was the night I slept on the dining room floor because I didn't want to get raped. If you missed that story early, you'll have to rewatch the whole show because I ain't gonna get into it. But I got no sleep. I got up super early the next day because Marcus was snoring and everything, and I went out and sat in the veranda. I was like, I went to get my coffee. Now, as you go to the veranda, you walk through the music room, which is the entranceway. Then you go into the art gallery. As I'm walking out there, I heard a noise in the art gallery, which it's bright. You can see. I couldn't see anything. I said, I heard you. Are you in here? And then there's another noise from another corner. And I said, I just want to thank you for last night. If this is you, I really appreciate everything that we did. I hope you feel safe here. And I looked down on the floor and there was a penny right in front of my feet. Wow. Now, I'm a big believer in the penny from heaven theory.
Right.
They're a sign for a reason. Now, the craziest thing about this penny is it was in a spot where we had equipment sat out the night before where one of 6 of us would have seen that penny shining in an IR light or a flashlight at all at any time. Right in the middle of traffic, it wasn't there. So I know that was left for me as like a, hey, thanks or whatever. It was a Canadian penny with 94 on the date. I don't know if there's any significance to it, but I kept that and I still have that. But
nice.
That whole thing to me was life-changing. And that's something that I'll never forget. And Wilson Castle and these guys are to thank for that.
That's awesome.
Awesome, man.
Wilson Castle was definitely amazing. It was definitely worth everything to all of us that were there. From John, Hillary, myself, Matt, it was definitely an experience that I'll never forget,
Yeah. That's probably a good time for us to start wrapping the party up. I think everybody's starting to pass out and fall asleep now.
Plus it'll be perfect because Heisenberg will try to get back on and then he won't.
Yeah, I know. Right.
Oh yeah, we should go real quick then.
Yeah. All right, bye guys.
Yeah. No, seriously, guys. I mean, any final thoughts? Any final words for all your plethora of fans now that you have watching this doc?
Well, I mean, obviously, thanks for tuning in. You would be doing myself, Matt, Marcus, Dead Republic, all of us a huge favor if you check out Wilson Castle. If you check out the documentary, great. If you don't, great. It doesn't matter to me as long as Wilson Castle. No, I'm being serious. Like, Castle bookings, that's all.
I was laughing at Bradley. Sorry. Sorry.
But no, as long as they're getting bookings, that's all that matters to me. That's a wonderful place, and Denise had told us when we were there that she's struggling to keep the doors open. So that's, our end goal is just to get people in there to investigate, and it's well worth the trip. It's a beautiful place, highly active. We can all attest to it. So
yeah,
thank you.
I agree with you, John. I think this documentary shined light on Wilson Castle and said, hey, look, this is a place worth going, worth saving. Come in and, help in any way you can. It is definitely a beacon that needs to just stay there. Doesn't need to go anywhere. It needs to be saved. And this is what we're here for. We're here to investigate, but to definitely save the location. And I believe in that full-heartedly, that this location is definitely worth saving.
Awesome. What about you, Matt? Any final thoughts? Any final feeling?
I've plugged enough. I mean, there's that one of Paranormal Explorers Patreon that you should check out. But no, I do want. I want to thank you guys for having me on this. You guys for having me a part of the documentary and bringing me on this journey.
Hell yeah.
I am totally full of shit when I talk. I have a good time. I live my life to the fullest, but I am totally humbled to you guys for having me a part of it. I appreciate that. And I look forward to doing more of these with you guys and anyone out there looking to do more stuff, and just get out and live your life and enjoy ghost hunting. Ghosts don't have COVID. No one's found a ghost with COVID yet. So you're fine. Hey, wear a mask, run around in the dark, have a good time like the rest of us. Do it safely.
No, seriously, you guys are awesome. And, Matt, hopefully down the line, we got you again, seriously, we need to.
My price just went up after tonight.
Again, Thank you for having us on the show, and everyone who's listening who has to listen to me. Seriously.
Yeah, John said we get paid for this or something.
Right?
Who's paying you? Whose paycheck are who's
Nobody.
Who's
Nobody.
who's
I
paying?
believe I was the one begging for you guys to come on yesterday. Last minute thought, I'm like, let's have an after party. Let's do this.
Yeah, right?
Do it.
But to you guys, all of you, and even the ones that aren't here, Hillary, you guys did an amazing job. Totally made me want to just sign up and go out to Wilson Castle right now. Like I'll be in the truck tomorrow heading out that way if I could.
Yeah.
But awesome job, guys. Keep up the good work. I can't wait to see what you guys come up with in the future. You've got some already got some diehard fans of Dead Republic, so keep it up.
Thank you.
And one last thing, anybody that is interested in booking Wilson Castle, just go to the Wilson Castle Facebook page, message them.
Yep.
I don't know what their pricing is now. It's changed. We told them when we were there to raise their prices a little bit because they were super lower than what they needed to be. But Andy or Denise, they will take care of you. They're awesome, amazing people. Just reach out to their Facebook page and they'll get you booked.
Yeah.
Awesome. And my furnace says good night to everybody. It had to chime in one last time.
And by the way, I love all you guys. You guys know me. I love every single one of you. And you're my brothers and sister right there.
All right, guys. Well, everybody who was tuned in, thank you so much for watching. And I know you guys all enjoyed the documentary as much as we did. And we'll hopefully do more of these. And guys, keep up the good work. Tim, he's a diehard fan. There he is.
We love you,
diehard fan.
Yes,
we love you, Tim. Absolutely.
We love you, Tim.
But that's it for us for tonight, Crypto Heads. You guys all have a good weekend. Enjoy. And if you're signing on and didn't see the documentary, wait for it. It should be coming out on YouTube pretty soon. Tomorrow, I think you said, correct?
Probably by Sunday it should be up because
Awesome, by Sunday.
Yep.
Definitely worth the watch.
Yeah.
But we will see you guys later, guys. Thank you so much for being on. Everybody have a great weekend.
Thanks for having us.
Bye, guys.
Bye.